We work with a local school, Mary Fogarty. They have about 477 students. And last year we started looking at their chronic absenteeism rate. And that means the number of students that are missing a month or more of school each year. And so it's 10% of the school year that they're missing. So from that, we started to reach out to families, see how we might help them get their kids to school. And a lot of the families identified barriers around transportation, but it wasn't necessarily the typical transportation issues like finding being too far away from the school. So in Providence, if you live a mile or less from a school, you don't get a bus pass. So this whole idea of doing a walking school bus sort of was born from that, and getting kids to school and getting them to school on time. What's been interesting, I think, to me is the stories behind why kids are on the bus. So, issues of neighborhood safety, being bullied on the way to school, parent work schedules, and then being late to school, health issues, so parents that might not be able to actually physically walk their child to school can utilize the school bus. So it's starting to grow. It's like a physical school bus, but it's people. So there are bus stops in the neighborhood where you pick up the student. So every morning we start at the school and we do a route. Each street has a bus stop where we meet a student. So we pick up the student and then continue forward all the way to the school. And then in the afternoon it's reverse. So we drop off the student at their bus stop and then continue on to the next one. It's people power, it's exercise, it's walking together. It's actually kind of fun. And then every 10th day the kids get some sort of incentive for being on the school bus. So yesterday we had Officer Desk Champs walk the route with us. One of the young men wants to be a police officer, so it was really exciting for him. I think it's good for the kids too to have the role models and talk and,
I really like walking with the kids. The kids, even when they're quiet and they're getting to know us, it does seem like they like having like an adult around to walk with. One of the little boys, the first few days it was just 2 female walking volunteers, and then the first day that there was a male one, Victor, who he met this morning, he seemed to really respond to him and just like having that male figure around. So I think ideally it would be great if we had men and women together walking. The one little girl, we have a first grader who we pick up whose mom has some health issues. So I think she has arthritis and she just has a hard time. They live very close to the school, but this is a first grader. She's a teeny tiny little girl, and just walking through that neighborhood by herself, I think she'd be a little bit fearful of letting her do that. So she's been very, welcoming of, getting to know us and having her child on the bus.